Let's see that gorgeous smile. There you go.
Naomi Scott on the right side.
Naomi, can you stay where you are?
Naomi in the front here.
And Naomi, beautiful smile. One more time. Let's see those gorgeous eyes. Right here to your left.
Right in front of you, right in front.
And over the shoulder. And then back to your right side, look to your right side, together, right. Naomi, embark your wedding photo. And then your right side together, right side, everyone right side together, please.
Kyle, to the right, sir. Kyle, can you just stay right there?
Kyle, all the way down to you. And Kyle, right here, sir. Kyle, right here, sir.
Miles, sir.
Miles, right here, sir. Miles. Right here, Ray, look at that, you're left. Ray, to that. Ray, look at to the right, all the way Ray, on the left. And Ray on the right side, sir.
Peter, you right?
Peter, get the left. Get the Nicholson right here, Peter.
One more time.
Roll right here, sir, in the back. Right here, roll.
Ice.
And roll right here, sir. Roll just a Parker, just stay right there and just
Smile for us. Right here, guys. Everybody, looking up at this camera right here, please. Thank you.
And everyone to your right side, right here, looking good.
And everybody look at me.
And then right next to her, if you can.
Everybody glance to your left, everybody. Right, guys, to the right.
you guys looking to the right side here.
Right and right. Sorry, don't forget one rule.
Right, see that smile to your right.
I love this project. We really did put our blood, sweat, and tears into this one. I was a fan of Parker. I was a fan of the first movie, particularly how he really prioritized his character. As you said, his movies really hinge on the character, and for an actor, that's wonderful because it's a character piece. I mean, you take away the horror, you take away it just kind of could play as a straight drama, and I think that's what was so exciting for me. Parker he's such a collaborator. He's so intense in the best way. Like, he really lives and breathes it, and he pushes you and gets the best that you can give. He really pushes you to it, and it was really a trust exercise in terms of, I felt like when we first met, it was supposed to be like a 30-minute meeting, and it lasted like 2.5 hours. And it felt like from that moment we were partners, and that never changed. And I think that's something that I'm also really proud of, is that we remained that trust intact, especially with how intense this process was. I feel proud of the fact that that we still are, partners in crime. I mean, it's everything you loved about the first movie, but just like times 100. It's and with pop infused into it, injected into it. It's unhinged. It's a roller coaster. I genuinely really love watching it. I don't know what that says about me because I'm in the movie, but I just love what Parker, listen, I like what Parker does in the movie. Yeah, I love it, and I hope other people will too.
Well, Parker's a genius because the first smile, you know, you took the premise all the way to the end. Where do you go from there? And he manages to take you to a different place where you have more of an immersive experience as the viewer, where you're really deciding what the fate of this person is that I want to have happen. And it's really amazing. It's really uncomfortable. It's a tough watch. It beats you up, but it's worth it. He's incredible. I mean, I think he's one of the most talented people around. He loves it. He's a dork very fondly. And he communicates everything that you need to know, you know, and I'm happy that I literally just had to show up most days and smile, and that I had the last shot most days, and I was just hanging out with him, and I got to see how he works, so I'm beyond blessed to be a part of this, and I can't be more happy. It is, unfortunately, my own smile, yeah, that's the way my face looks. One of the actors, one of the background actors came up to me and was like, I love watching you work, man. You got a terrifying face. And I was like, thank you, I appreciate that, yeah.
You'll see it's literally every single thing has just been ramped up. It's just the deluxe version of Smile. It's like you liked the first one, there's more every single turn. She's such a good singer, and I kept saying, like, you must be so tired. You're screaming and you're crying, and then you're also singing and dancing. It's true performance in a way that actors don't really get to do anymore. Oh, Parker knows exactly what he wants. He's so talented and so, like, zeroed in on what's going on. It's so easy to work for directors like that.
They've exploded it. They've expanded it on every level. What was so great about Smile 1 was just how sort of tight and human and real it was. They've just, by having Naomi be this sort of larger-than-life character, they've taken the whole thing and just elevated it, so that terror is now universal. I've rarely worked with an actress who is that focused, that clear, that committed, and that terrified the whole time. I mean, it was just relentless. She never let up, and it was easy to get sucked into it and to be with her, and it was just a joy. She's a tremendous actress. What makes them great are that they're human. I mean, strange to think it's a human story because obviously it's way beyond human, but Parker's writing is so good. He's so focused on character and relationship that that's where the scares come from. You're not scared of anybody unless it feels real. Unless you connect to them on a real human level, you can jump around and try to shock people as much as you want, but as outer-worldly as the first one was and this one really is, it's still grounded in real people and real circumstances, believe it or not, and that's what makes it scary. That's Parker's responsibility. He did a great job. They look forward to just to not moving and just being sort of, you know, stuck in their seats, terrified, sweating a lot. I don't know. Everybody is terrified in a different way. Bodily functions. It's going to be uncomfortable but fabulously fun.
Working with Parker's great. I think he's incredibly talented. I mean, he's a really, really good writer. He's very smart with the way he sets up shots. He's really good at communicating what he wants from his actors. I feel very taken care of working under Parker. He's really, really just, I think, one of the kind of best working directors right now. It's just a totally different animal. It's bigger. It's louder. It's more intense than the first one. I think Parker's just really pushed the limits on this one from the first to the second. She really embodies the character, and it's a big role, and I think it's some big shoes to fill. I mean, jumping from the first film to the second, I mean, Sosie was so incredible in the first movie that I think finding somebody who can really kind of stand next to that performance and do her thing as well is really important. And you know, I think she did it, and I think you have two really powerful performances in the franchise. I think you're just gonna have a lot of fun at the movies.
So my name is Ida Rose, also Alexis. I am the producer-songwriter for Skye Riley, so I worked closely with Naomi on developing the songs for the film. That's something that we worked really hard on. We wanted to craft her sound and make it distinctive, pull from people that we've loved from the past, but also find her artist sound and make it believable. So we really developed it as if we were just working on an artist project. I would say Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Rihanna, Sia were all kind of thoughts that we had in the back of our head. Just gore, it's scary, but also like some good music, some bops. So I hope that they can jam out and then also be scared.
Everything about it is grander. It's more deluxe, it's bigger, it's funnier, it's scarier, it's more glam. It takes it to the next level and maintains that little personal touch that made Smile 1 so scary. She's a powerhouse. She's the real deal. I mean, simultaneously took her work so seriously. Like every single scene was so dedicated, asking Parker the right questions, really was in Skye's brain. And then when she needed to, would release it, would go back to Naomi and give herself the breaks she needed. It was really amazing watching her work. She's seriously a huge talent. It was inspiring. He's just one of those creatives that knows exactly what he wants, and he's using every single thing you see and hear to tell the story that he wants to tell. He's in there about what the shot's going to look like. He's in there about what we're wearing. He's in there about the acting. He really knows what he's doing to tell the story, and he's just fun. He's got an energy that makes you want to give him the performance. Yeah, I would go see it in the theater just because it's so big. I would look forward to the comedy. I think it's actually quite a funny movie. And I would look forward to actually screaming at some of these jump scares. It's really scary.
Oh my gosh, the scares are scarier. The music is amazing. It's a bop. I feel like I've just been like waiting for everything to be released so I can just like play it, repeat on my phone. And it's funny. You know, the main cast is really bringing in like a sense of humor that, you know, when you're not getting scared, you're laughing and you're falling in love with the characters. And it also touches interestingly on, you know, themes that are important to talk about. So yeah, I hope people like it and resonate with it. I just channel in all that happiness that I'm there to be in this movie, and I'm like, all right, let's go. Like.
I knew that if I was going to ask audiences to come back and give me their time again, I wanted to make sure that I made it a worthwhile experience, not just a simple retread or continuation of the first, but something brand new and fresh and exciting. And so we've entered this brand new world, this world of this very glamorous pop star. She's, you know, this major public figure who, you know, it has to be always on, always performing, always playing this character that people expect her to be, and yet the human being, the person behind that velvet rope, is quite vulnerable and in a really fraught state of emotion, and you know, it's a really powerful place to start for a Smile film. I mean, Naomi, like you said, force of nature. I mean, she is just unstoppable. She has that gravitas, that X factor of a pop star, but is capable of these incredibly raw human moments that are, you know, really impactful and emotional. And then, you know, she happens to be this fantastic singer. She sings all the original songs in the film. She performs the choreography. She was the perfect storm for this character of Skye Riley. There's connective tissue between the two, for sure. I mean, Smile 2 has Smile coursing through its DNA, no question, but it also has its own identity, its own like metabolism, as I like to think of it. And you know, it benefits seeing the first one, but it also is telling a complete story with a new character. Smiles, of course, you know, they're friendly, they're warm, they're inviting, and to turn that on its head was quite delicious and sinister. But for me, really, what I was going for is that I'm interested in how we employ smiles. I think people wear smiles as masks. We sort of try to project something outwardly that might not represent what we're feeling on the inside. We hide our true feelings with a smile, and to me, that was really interesting and sort of where all this started. This movie is a ride. It is very intense. It's off the rails. It's bigger, it's bloodier, it's nastier. You're going to scream, you're going to laugh. I hope you're going to love it.